the biggest thing that I always hear is we don't have any time to focus on our relationship. And the thing that I always respond with is you don't have time not to. Especially as new parents, we get so nervous and we're so anxious about everything that we do. And we both feel that way. And so the second that one person says to the other person, hey, don't do that or stop that or whatever, we instantly want to get defensive because we're already trying so hard to do a good job. And so another thing that I think that's simple that can be really helpful is just focusing on the things that the other person does that you like, that, you know, are making a difference, and giving them lots and lots of praise for the things that they do that you really love. I know, like, there are so many things that Michael does with Mason, and for example, bath time is their time. And they have so much fun and they get so crazy in the bath, and I always just love giving him tons of props for being that way with Mason. And then it makes it easier for us to have conversations when we want to change something that we're doing with Mason, or, you know, we may need something else from the other person. But the biggest mistake that I know that I've made in the past and that I see other people make all the time is just to tell the other person what you don't want, because they need to know what you do want. And a lot of times people get stuck because they think to themselves, oh, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. But they're not quite sure what else it is that the other person wants them to do. So the most helpful thing is, you know, to say something like, I know we've had a lot of conversations about things like that on both sides, where, you know, we say, hey, I would really love it if we could do blah with Mason, you know. I would really love it if, you know, when he gets tired, we just put him straight to bed in his crib so that we don't let him get overtired. I mean, that's an example of something, but
well, there's just little things like that too. Just, you know, when you're at the changing table and you need to grab an outfit, you know, put him in his crib. Yeah. Don't just leave him on the crib by himself, you know, or in the changing table. So just little things like that.
And, you know, I think it really helps to come from an I perspective. Like, I would really like it because ultimately, as parents, you're a team. No one person is the authority on anything, you know. And so remembering that it's a discussion. I think that's something that's really hard for moms, because moms are a lot of times the ones that typically, and this is, of course, a stereotype, spend more time with the baby than the dad, especially at first. I mean, if you're breastfeeding and all of those things, and sometimes we think we're the boss, and that can make dad feel really left out. So working together as a team and just remembering that it's a collaboration, and that, you know, if you don't work together, then they're not going to get to experience that. I mean, Michael does things with Mason that I would never do. Like, they were roughhousing on the floor the other night, playing around, rolling around, and Mason was having the best time ever. And it's really good for him to experience that.